kind of wanted to talk about optimization. I did receive a few questions about optimization in VR, and people are reporting stutters and lagging. I do occasionally have those as well, so it really depends how severe your stuttering is, you know. Generally, lower frame rates are always related to textures, so if you've got a high or ultra texture settings, try switching to medium or to high to see if that makes any difference. Don't go super ham on shadow quality as well. Mine's on medium, I believe. Everything else should be maxed out. You can kind of mess with vegetation or other things that are not primary. But if it was up to me, I would keep textures and ultra, and everything else I would try to lower. But here's the thing: textures affect your graphics card's performance the most. They're the most demanding. Um, so you can mess as much as you want with other things, but textures are probably the reason why things aren't optimized as you would want it to be. Also, I kind of wanted to emphasize that um, Euro Truck Simulator VR version, I believe it's 1.37. It's still a beta. It's not a fully completed package, so there's gonna be some issues there. That's for sure. But playing in virtual reality feels surreal. I'm also heavily sticking with the speed limit, not really trying to speed run to my destination. I'm trying to enjoy this ride. And for those of you guys looking for performance suggestions, performance feedback, I'm running on Nvidia GTX 1070 coupled with Ryzen 7 2700X. I got 16 gigs of RAM, DDR4. One other thing is I run the game on an on a solid state drive. So for those of you guys running on hard drives, I did kind of notice performance improvement for my games, especially when I was playing on ultra settings. Everything ran a lot smoother when I switched to SSD. People say SSD affects load times, and that's primarily what it does, but for me personally, it kind of removed the stuttering. I feel like my hard drive wasn't processing my games fast enough on ultra settings. Maybe it's a little bit too much detail for it. But other than that, I do have random stuttering. Um, I get it when I look at like a different direction or if I'm looking straight at the freeway. That stuff still happens. Not as much, really. Like driving on the freeway now, maybe for the past few minutes, I did not have any issues at all. Oh, it just stuttered. I'll try to watch the replay of the video, the capture, and see if you guys can actually see it. But I'm totally blaming the optimization. This game isn't new, but I guess having AI, having a lot of vegetation could be demanding on your graphics card. I feel like I got the seat a little bit higher on this truck, and I kind of get better visibility of the road. I lowered the position of the steering wheel compared to what I had on my monitor. I guess it's very different, and when you switch to virtual reality, you have a different point of view. And also, I did play on triple screen and double screen monitors, and that stuff. Um, that stuff different. Sometimes you have to like even find a weird angle when ultra wide works better, and that's one of the primary reasons why I had the wheel in a very interesting position. I got to say, dual screen is not a lot of fun for your truck simulator. Everything is very much stretched. Anything away from the steering wheel. Triple monitor is really cool, but everything is once again very much stretched. Like your middle monitor is in a good resolution, but your side monitors, like an entire monitor, will basically be a side mirror. I mean, it's kind of nice to have a side mirror you can look at without having to move your head inside the game, but that stuff was a bit too much. It was like super wide. I have three 27-inch screens, and like it was just too much. I didn't do it for a long period of time. Dual monitors, same story. Everything's just stretched. Again, single monitor is probably the best option you got. For single monitor, I usually have those digital side mirrors on so that I don't have to like actually look to the side. It's a bit distracting. Like with VR, I can still look to the side, and I'm not sure if you see it in my capture, but I can still see stuff to my left. I can still see my steering wheel. Um, Virtual reality is an ultimate way to play Euro Truck Simulator. It's it's fascinating. I'm still every time I put it up, I'm blown away how cool and awesome it gets. It's really great. And I like how the game is always supported. You don't see that for games that have been around for many years. I believe this one has been around for 6, 7 years, maybe even 8 years. I think it came out in 2012, if I'm not mistaken. And I played it ever since. Euro Truck Simulator 2 is it has got a good fan base and a big fan base, really. Like I still run into people who play truck simulator games. Some people don't understand it. Others are like, "Oh yeah, I love Euro Truck." And I also came across people who are into American Truck Simulator, like they're only into American Truck Simulator. I'm into both. Um, I don't mean to like mock anybody really. People can play whatever they like, whatever they prefer. Um, I like both. I like switching from continental um, America to Europe. You get a lot of variety in Euro Truck Simulator. It's very unique. It's very different. Like in the morning, you're in one country. In the afternoon, you can actually be in another. Imagine if American Truck Simulator had Canada added by now, or if they had Mexico added by now. I know there are a lot of good mods, but so far I've only been playing with original content.